This is better than any of the fables. I'm putting all my money on Luis to...
Sounds like they're more excited about the spectacle than about the prince being alive. Still. But by the faces in the sky and upon the rock, we are squarely set in second place. Even with the gap between us and...
Though 'tis not truly His Highness's face wrought in stone, but our captain's. After all this time, I cannot help but feel conflicted.
Luis spares nothing for an old woman like me. Saint Rella spoke truth. We need the help of His Royal Highness the Prince.
He's the boy with a saint's blessing. He's got to be genuine. If the Sanctus Church's power is waning, should I take His Highness's side over Luis?
Even after her confession, they still keep her words close. I suppose no amount of past sins could make them forget her genuine kindness. Seems strange to say, but we owe her a great deal. Without her, the people would never have calmed, much less placed their trust if we can't let them down.
But looking around the city, some of the fervor...
Your Highness! You can't stop it, Luis! You've got to kill all the idiots who believe it!
That right? You're the ones who aren't right in the head. It's because of stiff old cowards like you that this country's been spinning its wheels.
Then why hasn't Luis shown up yet, eh? Sounds like he's your cap.
True enough. If he doesn't even show up after all this fuss he's made, everyone would feel like...
Probably going for another big, grandstanding entrance like at the royal funeral.
Don't care what he's planning. Either way, he's...
Save your fury for...
Over there! His Royal Highness...
Whoa, Lady Juna as well.
I say, nothing wrong with an adoring public, but this is getting more claustrophobic than the engine room.
Let's head to the Hushed Honeybee Inn for now.
All the customers say they're on your side. I was surprised at how popular you are.
Thanks for helping, Maria.
I tried my very, very best.
I never thought Luis would be the one throwing down the gauntlet to you. If he'd survived, you'd better get some rest tonight. Come on, Maria.
I wish we could stay up and talk more. Good luck tomorrow.
It's finally happened.
We've got to win this.
Victory is in our grasp. We once thought it impossible.
But without the king's wards, we'll be fighting on even ground. He won't make the...
The king's magic lived up to the legends. Capable of shaking the world itself. Every man, woman, and...
Not the kind of power any of us wanted.
But... will this fight truly settle everything? By the spell's own rules. The throne, even after this battle, the crown's fate isn't set. We saw how the people's heart... Whatever they make of it, we've come this far. All we can do now is finish our fight and strike to kill.
Indeed. Let us now devote ourselves to victory, and...
This should be our last battle against... Now you've awoken your archetype. Forged friendships. And taken so many burdens on your shoulders. You've really risen to this fight.
This is just the beginning.
True enough. We haven't even won against Luis yet. And even when we do, but it takes me back. If the prince could... I mean, you and he were best friends. Best friends.
What?
Oh, sorry. I felt like... Anyway, we'll make sure this is the end for Luis. Gotta report our victory to His Highness personally, right? It's like I'm seeing the prince smile again.
Right. Let's get some rest.
It's been a while.
So?
I got you.
That man.
What now?
Good night.
At long last, my lord, our investigations have borne fruit. We know where the true prince lie. Those loyalists who disappeared with the prince led us right to him. We found traces of their coming and going.
Where was he hiding?
Far to the west of the royal capital, deep within a forest said to bewitch those who should wander in. That said, against all...
The lost village of the Elder. Last trampled by Fortin's troops.
You knew that...
I see now. To hide in a place publicly declared... The prince was born there, you know. An illegitimate son, after the past king's heart was drawn to a woman of the village in his youth.
What? Then the prince real...
Fortin did not raise the village for any defiance of his scriptures. He thought only to eliminate an inconvenient heir. A threat is the prince's survival, his complete disappearance. Zorba, go and snuff them out.
Sir, consider them annihilated. I've been hoping for...
Now, the battle at the royal cap... If you call yourself the prince, then I will give you a...
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Good morning. Did you sleep well? Ready to face the day?
Yes, of course.
No hesitation at all.
But you have to come back.
I confess my mind strays back to the royal funeral. Yet we are more than we ever were then.
Let's get out there.
Never thought we'd find ourselves back at the Grand Cathedral for the final showdown.
Let's head there.
Can we talk?
Just sublime.
All right.
Well, stranger things have happened. Hey!
Hello there.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Now then, Now then. Now then. Now then.
Hello,
All right. Where to?
Let's go!
Close your way.
I get it.
Good.
What now? All right, then.
Let's go!
Hello there.
Where to?
Let's go!
What now?
Welcome!
Gone clammy all over.
Right.
Ready?
Oh.
Well, bit of a tricky situation. I mean, Sanctifex Forden and St. Rella are gone. Bluntly, as a lone citizen watching over the future of our country. Woo! Live free, Crier! Very good. The Day of Judgment is here. The final fight between Luis, military paragon, and one-man army. The entire continent's eyes are on this battle, folks, and only one of them's walking away.
Your Highness, you can win!
Count Luis!
It looks to me like Luis hasn't even bothered.
Well, there's no way he'd run away from this. Whoa, over there! And so the leading...
Luis.
The two titans of this race have finally come face to face. Adopted son of a minor nobleman, he rose to fame on his incredible military merits, quelling domestic conflicts and almost becoming our next suspected of attacking His Highness. He was denounced and cast down, but his net... Then we have the Elden candidate. He who claims to be none other... Though his identity is uncertain, his strength is undeniable. Through his campaign, we've seen his... The time has come to demonstrate...
I have to commend you. This all began with the king's failures. He was an unworthy ruler, and his incompetence bred the chaos that followed. You, who claim to be the prince, what do you believe the people seek in their king?
The intellect to
Can intellect alone protect the people? In the end. Now let me ask you, my gathered people.
Power! My Lord Louis!
Your Highness, show us...
Young candidate, have you or your party any final speeches before the duel?
We have only one thing. Wake up! Luis's fair world is barbaric. A land where the strong prey on the weak. He promises protection, but hear this! Luis ordered my home destroyed by a human. Are we a land of animals? Or are we a nation united in the protection of the weak?
He's the type of man who will kill anyone who gets in his way. If you crown him.
People! I desire but one thing. A world without... Those who do not, however, will be slain with...
If your equality means you will sacrifice the people who need help most.
So, You think you have the strength to protect the weak? Come then, and act your part in this show.
The time has come. We're finishing this, here and now.
I call the lightning!
Come on, follow me!
Then die by it.
Let's do this!
How's this?
I need help. Well, thanks. Thanks.
The freedom of Soul Hacker! Hold on.
Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
Here!
Helpful as ever.
That helped.
That helped us out.
Come, accept my challenge.
She's badly honed. Get her some healing.
Oh, awesome souls, do your thing!
Ah!
Nice, Basilio.
Are you
no
prepared?
That's what they get when they mess with you. Juno, behold his power. You look like you're about to drop. No need to worry.
Well, thanks. Thanks.
Juno, careful. It looks like you've got several ailments.
You defy
You better
the
be
rules.
ready.
I will annihilate you! Can you endure it? I strike to kill!
Ah, bloody hell!
Come, accept my challenge!
Strength is fading. Samurai!
They got you with multiple ailments.
Power of lightning!
We settle this here.
This is just what I need.
Thanks.
Helpful as ever.
That helped us out.
Juno,
By the
careful.
power.
It looks like you've got several ailments. Watch your back.
There is no
Here I
escape
go.
from me.
Yeah, correct!
Can you endure it? I see.
Stroll,
Samurai.
they got you with multiple ailments.
The power of fire!
Persona Master! Keep it together.
That helped.
Well, thanks. Thanks.
Come forth, Royal Soul! Let me help!
I owe you.
Thanks.
I owe you one. Stay insane in a fight? Not bloody like... Come here! Don't be scared.
I see. It would appear you have the metal to defend your claims. I will annihilate you! Can you endure it?
They hit hard. Bloody hell!
Well done, Juna!
What a
Joel's
farce.
badly wounded. Can anyone heal him? Joel
Samurai.
can't take any more. Someone heal him.
Not now. All yours.
We settle this here.
Master!
Thanks.
Helpful as ever.
That helped us out.
Vitus power! Here!
I owe you.
All right! I'll bet.
I
There's
call
no
upon
escape
royal
from me.
power within! Perhaps not. Go for it!
I'll give Persona Master! Can't let it go unused.
Can Can you endure it? Come, accept my challenge.
What was that?
I strike to kill! I strike to kill!
Easy.
You've got a bunch of ailments slowing you down, Captain!
Soul Hacker!
No.
Let me help.
My thanks. We
All
settle
awesome
this here.
souls, do your thing. You're out of here.
No holding back! Hack and slash!
Well done! I'll show you! Behold this power!
I knew you'd help me.
I owe you.
I owe you one.
Come forth, Royal Soul! Here!
My thanks.
I will annihilate you! Can you endure it? I strike to kill! Come, accept my challenge!
So annoying.
Basilio, nice dive! You've got a bunch of ailments slowing you down, Captain!
You
I shall
defy the
vanquish
rule's strength,
evil.
Then die by
I'll
it.
cut you down!
Haha, good. Very good. You're, however... magnificent. But I would expect no less of a remnant of humankind.
Humankind?
Because he's elder, you would call...
You should know the truth by now. After all that time I allowed you to spend on that pagan island. No doubt you saw all the evidence of a truer history. One that told of ancient times where the land was ruled by a far different people.
You mean the legends according to the murals and ruins?
Yufa! Don't you...
But if that war between gods true...
Gods? How droll. They may have governed all things with works far... They were an ancient tribe unlike any other race. The modern age saw them called Elder, shunned from our cities.
I thought humans were those mad monsters. Luis, you dog.
Your lies will...
You believe it false.
Elder are actually human.
Hear me! His appearance as a... In truth, he is humankind! He is kin to the feral monster...
He doesn't know when to give up!
No need to distress yourself. You, boy, who call your...
Utopia!
What's happening?
What ails him?
Witness the truth! Good people, you would know the identity of your would-be prince. Here he is!
He's a monster! It's a human!
It's going. The truth of the humans is laid bare. They're no beasts, but another form of the Elder Tribe. Cast aside their guise with magic, and they reveal their true colors. He is no royalty, no boy, but a ruthless fiend intent on your throne!
It's not true! It has to be one of the Count's illusions!
What illusion? That's no prince! It's a monster! It'll kill us all! Run!
What has become of him?
It must be Luis's wicked magic. Yet, the Order of Magla, it's exactly like a human's.
He's not!
He's a human.
Hey! Snap out of it! You have to stop this! Ah!
Afraid. Be not afraid, child. 'Tis not thy true self. In this moment, thy mind is disturbed. The time has come. Thou must fade.
What's that about?
Remember again thy truths.
An ideal world. Even if reality crushes everything I believe in, even if my ideals... It's always been that way. Whenever my life's been the hardest. After all, you're mine.
Wake up!
Are you well?
I had a straight...
You seem coherent at least. We saw you
You had vast reserves of magic poured into you. It was... He may be back with us, but without rest, he will surely succumb to the spell.
I will not.
It would appear the throne is now mine in... Your vengeance is at hand. Will you not finally slip...
Shut up!
Unfortunately, the
true prince?
Bloody hell! Is that why he called us here?
Your part in this has ended. Go where you will.
Seize the monster!
Attention now. How could you deceive us?
I knew all along that filthy
We retreat to our gauntlet runner.
It won't be long until the entire kingdom hears of this mess. We've no...
Gallica, we've only got... I know. We'll head to my home, and the princess...
Count Luis has saved the country!
Count Luis is our...
Sounds like we've got our next king.
Might as well fall in with him.
No. That boy is no monster.
Luis! What the hell did... The flow of that evil Magla was surely born from Luis.
I'll remember that sight for the rest of my days.
It was more of a defeat than it was a departure. They board the gauntlet runner and rush from the capital, as though hiding from the shrieking animosity of the masses. What more can they endure? There is no light to be seen.
A hiding place for the Elder Tribe.
We can marvel at it later.
No. Just after we'd finally resolved the curse, too.
Luis's final word.
At first glance, it is a simple but the observant may sense that every tree in its formation, The name of this place is familiar. The ancient Eld.
Can you walk?
That's a relief.
Poor chap's even got me worried.
Hey. My mind just went blank. For a moment,
It's behind it.
Nothing will shake me like that again, I swear. And here's hoping there can be no surprise.
But what a sea of trees.
I can sense a special barrier in place.
Gallica, how fares His Highness? Does the far side...
No. I checked a bunch of times.
Hurry.
Right. Every... Who are you?
Are you all right?
The royal flower? Something about this place. It is much like the altar of the dragon god. The
Gallica. Something the matter?
Oh, sorry. Anyway...
So here you are.
What now?
I see. Fascinate. This, all right?
I'm counting on...
Of course.
I see. I've acquired a new power. To greater heights. I've acquired a new power. A new means of protection.
I see. This, all right?
I'm counting...
I see. I've acquired a new power. A new means of protection.
What now? What now?
All right. All right.
Why?
All right, then.
How odd. This place is clearly in ruins, but it doesn't look like
It was burned to the ground. One day, a bunch of Kingdom soldiers showed up out of the blue.
But why? Why?
Thinking back now, it may have been Forden who led the charge.
Luis claimed that the Elden people were just another...
They're not. Anyway, more than half of the villagers died in the fire. And those who survived...
'Tis a shrewd ploy indeed, to hide in a place the enemy themselves saw destroyed. Yet, why?
Yes.
What?
He draws no breath.
I recognize him. He was the associate of the first operative I came...
Gallica?
Yes. It's past...
Then we move.
I don't like this.
What now?
Russell?
Huh? My...
You were His Highness...
Hmm? I know but one red-tressed knight. By the heavens.
She's been helping us. Everyone here is a trusted...
Alas. Oh, what...
Russell, where is His Highness?
A few days ago. Those... I cannot tell you how long I had waited to see them gone. It happened before we could fathom it. Alone, His Highness had only just regained consciousness since the curse is lifting. Yet, we were horror-struck. His Highness lay pierced through the heart.
No!
The stranger was a master of magic. None could match.
Who was...
I don't know who the murderer was. But from the moment he appeared, I believe his sole purpose was to kill His Highness. As soon as the light...
An innocent boy. Twice tormented in the clutches of assassins.
Luis.
Please, Russell.
We've laid him in the prayer room for now.
You're coming. Aren't you, love?
I must...
You're right.
Ah. I'd heard a rumor that there was... 'Tis just as St. Rilla said. You're no scoundrel. Strange.
Something wrong?
No. Well, I will go before you to the...
You going to stay here?
No. I must bear witness myself. As...
Sorry.
I'm a little worried.
It's nearly time. Long have I waited.
Pardon?
Hey, you.
You must hurry. The time has come.
What?
All was for this day. There is still time.
What?
Hello there.
All right, then.
Hey.
Come off it.
Now what am I to do?
What now?
I see. Fascinating. This right here, all right?
I'm counting on you.
Of course. Oh.
My power swells forth.
What now?
Oh, it's you!
Wow. What?
Hello.
This is...
Oh!
This way.
No.
You're...
Why?
I didn't realize anyone still remained to...
Milady Gruaday.
May I ask who this...
She is the chiefess of this village.
She was kind enough to shelter the entire organization.
I can't believe he's gone. I'm just some parapus orphan from the slums.
No. It all happened in the bunk room in the back. I don't know if you'd believe me, but... I received a revelation. Should the prince die, even if the boy is but a bastard sired by that despicable man...
Despicable?
Do you know nothing of the boy was not brought across borders to us. He was born here, in the ancient... She was a flower amidst the forests. A woman of such beauty, grace, and kindness. Her death is on that man's hands. Like a piper, he wandered in and seduced the young queen with his idealistic tales. But the village was only set ablaze because the boy was in the way of the Sanctus Church's designs on the throne. And that insipid... But you see... This boy...
Is something amiss, Milady Gruaday? He is one of Gallica's allies.
Whoa! What's with the formal introduction? You were the one who...
Hurry.
Hey.
The time here thou camest to the end of the... Now, remember thy path thus far. I have been waiting for thee to overcome thy trials. Know this. His life is not yet ended.
This voice...
It all started on that ill-fated day when the usurper thought to extinguish his light. Before he fades away, Recount all thou hast seen and felt, all thou hast gained in... Gallica and thee sought to take the head of Luis, but thy efforts came to naught. So, ye moved instead to join a tournament to decide the lands.
And the prince...
Though thy plan was reckless, thou didst win the trust of the people by the support of peers and subjects alike. Thus, thou didst declare thyself the...
It was all a mistake.
After overcoming many obstacles, thou didst finally lift the prince's curse. Yet by the cruel machinations of another,
He is no longer with...
thy sole mission was to save the prince. Bereft of him, thou hast no further reason to live.
That's not...
If the prince is dead, wert thy efforts all for naught?
His will...
So thy resolve is yet unbroken? He was consumed by the curse, and was taken by a deep, abiding slumber. Yet his soul remained alive. So from his earthly form, I extracted his soul, that he might travel the land in Odyssey. And thus his stilled sands began. Thy journey hast taken thee far, and taught thee much. So now I ask thee, who are...
I'm just a traveler.
Could a mere traveler have borne witness to so many happenings beyond, to name but a few? Thy parents? Memories of thy youth? Hast thou any recollection? Yes. Thy memories begin the moment thou befriend the prince. Dost thou suspect the reason?
I don't have a...
As I said, thou art a being of mine own. 'Twas Gallica alone who the Resistance laid their hopes upon all those days past. All thou hadst, all that had been bestowed, thy memories of youth in the prince's company, and the void enshrouding all else. Nay, the words of the prince in thy memory are unmistakably of his the memories gained on thy journey, the friendships made, the trust forged, all thy trials, all thy experiences wert to prepare thee for this day, to share the strength thou hast gained with thy other self.
My...
Accept the truth, and thou wilt face an ordeal beyond any you have yet faced. If thy desire is instead...
Is that right?
So I bid thee answer my final question. Who art thou in truth?
I am... the prince.
What is this?
Could this be?
Hey!
What awaits us now?
Ah, life is not yet lost. Thou wert born apart from the prince's flesh, born of his desire to change the world. In his stead didst thou travel the world. Thou didst support his heart, and became his living fantasy. That is thy true self. Thou art everything the prince sought to be, his ideal. It all began with the novel in thy possession. Drawn by the divine relic, Magla coalesced into flesh, and flesh coalesced into form. The form of an elder, as I once was. Time hath come. Awaken, reborn anew. No more the prince's dream of utopia thou wouldst chase. Nay, but thine own.
What?
What's happened?
Thou hast done well.
This voice.
Thy mind should now be clear. He was never a member of the mission. The departure was thine.
Who are you? Wait.
In those long ago days, he had just been born. The boy needed a guide. Thus, I decided his a memory so crafted to suit thee. My journey to the capital would...
No, that can't be.
I never thought I would have to ask this of you. But there are... Will you infiltrate the military to deliver... This is your mission.
No!
By this choice, he might be saved. By these gentle, necessary lies, we could live as he traveled alongside thee. It is only by thy efforts he has now been saved. And so the journey ends.
What?
From here on, thy path is thy own. Choose thy own future.
How do we make...
Is it... really you? How...
I feel a bit... lighter.
There seems to be no doubt. He is still himself.
Everyone?
So let me get this. You're saying it's not a matter of our captain and his highness joining together, but that the former was...
Then, that's why he had no memories?
I see. Finally, I understand. What shaped you, so to speak? A part of his consciousness? Yes, perhaps the form we knew was one shaped by material magla. Much like how the dragon god manifests beyond the vessel Dracodios.
A mass of magla with a will. Forget. Small wonder he awakened to an archetype before anyone else. There was no great aptitude for magic.
The self, as a manifestation of one's desires.
You mean to say that... it was not...
If that's true, this is finally your reunion with your sworn liege.
But
No. I am sure that...
While all and sundry believed the lad had shuffled off, you alone kept the faith, milady.
Fate was changed.
Are you really... Please... Please, forgive me, Your Highness. I failed you when you needed me most. And more. Despite being a member of your royal guard, I did not recognize your highness at our meeting, and showed you such insolence.
Then I hereby pronounce...
Give the poor knight a break, will you? You've been by her side all this time.
This time,
Finally, we've done...
By the way, what are we supposed to call you now? I mean, how would you prefer to be addressed?
You can just keep,
No, your highness!
This is no time to be thick-headed, Miguel. He's the one who gets to
You, sir, should be begging his highness for forgiveness on bend...
well, that is... I mean, it was all dashed youth.
So much for acting same as always.